Good evening. I am Society Archer, and we are returning to the reading of the Poetic Edda, Carolyne Larrington's translation. And today, the section we will be reading is the All-Wise's Sayings. Thor intercepts a dwarf who apparently, and unbeknown to Thor, is intending to marry the latter's daughter. Thor proposes a wisdom contest in which he tests the dwarf's knowledge of the terminology used by the different races of being for natural phenomena. The dwarf knows a striking range of kennings and perhaps taboo words, but Thor's secret aim is to delay him until the sun comes up and turns him to stone. To deck the benches the bride is coming with me, coming home now in this company. A precipitate in-lawship it might seem to everyone. At home our rest won't be wrecked. What sort of creature is that? Why so pale about the nostrils? Did you spend the night with a corpse? The image of an ogre you seem to me. You were not born for a bride. All-wise is my name. I live below the earth. My dwelling is under a rock. To the Lord of Wagons I've come on a visit. Let no man break people's sworn pledges. I shall break them, since I've most authority over the bride as her father. I wasn't at home when she was promised to you, the only one among the gods who can give this gift. Which man is this who claims to decide the match of the beautifully glowing lady? A vagabond, few people know you, who bore you to possess arm rings. Vingthor I'm called, I've journeyed far and wide. I'm the son of Sigrani. Not with my consent will you gain that young woman and get a bridal agreement. Your consent I'd quickly like to gain, and to get a bridal agreement. I'd rather have her than go without the snow-white girl. The love of the girl, wise guest, you won't be refused if you know how to tell me from all the worlds all that I want to know. Tell me this, all-wise, I reckon, dwarf, that you have wisdom about all things, what the earth is called which lies in front of men in each world. Earth it's called among men, and ground by the Asir. The Vanir call it ways, the giants splendid green, the elves the growing one, the powers above call it loam. Tell me this, all-wise, I reckon, dwarf, that you have wisdom about all beings, what the sky is called, known of old, in each world. Sky it's called among men, planet home by the gods, wind weaver the Vanir call it. The giants call it the world above, the elves the lovely roof, the dwarves their dripping hall. Tell me this, all-wise, I reckon, dwarf, that you have wisdom about all things, what the moon is called which men can see in each world. Moon it's called by men, and ball by the gods. In hell it's the whirling wheel. The giants call it the hastener, the dwarves the shiner. Elves call it counter of years. Tell me this, all-wise, I reckon, dwarf, that you know all the fates of men, what the sun is called which the sons of men see in each world. Sun it's called by men, and sunshine by the gods. For the dwarves it's Vlaling's plaything. The giants call it Everglow, the elves the lovely wheel, the sons of the Asir all shining. Tell me this, all-wise, I reckon, dwarf, that you know all the fates of men, what those clouds are called which mix with showers in each world. Clouds they're called by men, and hope of showers by the gods. The Vanir call them wind floaters. Hope of dew the giants call them, power of storms the elves, in hell the concealing helmet. Tell me this, all-wise, I reckon, dwarf, that you know all the fates of men, what the wind is called which blows so widely in each world. Wind it's called by men, the waverer by the gods, the mighty powers say whinier. Whooper the giants, din journeyer the elves, in hell they call it guster. Tell me this, all-wise, I reckon, dwarf, that you know all the fates of men, what calm is called which lies quiet in all the worlds. Calm it's called by men, and lull by the gods, the Vanir call it wind end. The great Lee, the giants, day soother the elves, the dwarfs call it day's retreat. Tell me this, all wise, I reckon, dwarf, that you know all the fates of men, what the ocean is called which men roll upon in each world. Sea it's called by men, and Everlyre by the gods, the Vanir call it rolling one. Eel land the giants, liquid fundament the elves, the dwarves the deep ocean. Tell me this, all wise, I reckon, dwarf, that you know all the fates of men, what fire is called burning before the sons of men in each world. Fire it's called among men, and flame by the Asir, waverer by the Vanir, ravener by the giants, burner up by the dwarves, in hell they call it hurrier. Tell me this, all wise, I reckon, dwarf, that you know all the fates of men, what wood is called growing before the sons of men in each world. Wood it's called by men, and mane of the plains by the gods, slope seaweed by humankind, fuel by the giants, lovely boughs by the elves, wand the Vanir call it. Tell me this, all wise, I reckon, dwarf, that you know all the fates of men, that not what night is called, whom nor acknowledged in each world. Night it's called among men, and darkness by the gods, the masker by the mighty powers. Unlight by the giants, sleep joy by the elves, the dwarves call it dream goddess. Tell me this, all wise, I reckon, dwarf, that you know all the fates of men, what that crop is called which the sons of men sow in each world. Barley is called by men, and grain by the gods, the Vanir call it growth. Food the giants, liquid fundament the elves, and hell they call it head hanger. Tell me this, all wise, I reckon, dwarf, that you know all the fates of men, what ale is called which the sons of men drink in each world. Ale is called among men, and beer by the gods, the Vanir call it liquor. Clear brew the giants, and mead in hell, the sons of Suttung call it drink. In one breast I've never seen more ancient knowledge. With much guile I declare I beguiled you. Day dawns on you now, dwarf, now sun shines into the hall. Short chapter, short story. But still rather interesting. So until next time, I am Society Archer.